Hey guys, it's me, D-Man. Uh, Sorry it took me so long to upload video. I have been very lazy lately and also hopping between dimensions to find a cure for this whole COVID thing. None. I found none. But I did watch what has to be hands down one of the best, most awesome, horrible movies I've ever seen in my entire life. It's called Sonic the Hedgehog, the movie. Or the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Either way, the movie still sucks. Now, many of you may have heard of this movie or may have at least had the nerves or guts to go watch this movie. I watched it. I gotta be honest, the original design. I kind of miss the original design. Because, as we all remember before this movie came out, the original design was really creepy to most people. And most people just. And it was funny because, like, after that trailer came out with the original design, people hated that. And, like, they even. And the movie went into, like, I don't know, reshoots or whatever, and redesigned the character to look, to be honest, more cartoonish, which is good, but yet stupid. Um, and I gotta be honest, I did like the movie a little bit. I liked it in a way where I just was just able to make fun of it because I love the movies where I can just make fun of them, and it's totally funny. And to me, and like with other people, and it's just like it's fun to make fun of like other people's stuff and especially this movie because basically what I'm saying is that this movie is a '90s movie wrapped in a current time. Because if you saw this movie or you saw reviews of it, basically the plot is like a '90s movie. It's two guys trying to get together or trying to like somehow work together on something while being chased by a bad guy and road trip. And one guy's from somewhere else and he doesn't really like it, and the other guy's just dealing with other stuff. Whole thing, if you see a typical '90s movie, besides the actual good '90s movies that came out, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't, well, then you basically never grew up with pop culture. Um, so the movie stars Sonic, or yeah, just Sonic, and he's from a planet which I just call Sonic Planet because I really don't want to go and research what this place is really called. Movie starts basically kind of like Superman. Yeah, kind of like the Superman origin, but like his planet doesn't get blown up. So basically, Sonic was raised by an owl, and the owl took care of him for most of the time until they were hunted by they look like the character Knuckles, so I call them the Knuckles tribe. And while I was watching that movie when they showed up, I just wanted one of them to say, "Do you know the way?" because of like the stupid meme or whatever. And so basically they hunt down Sonic because of his powers or whatever. It's so weird. And um he escapes, but the owl sacrifices herself so she can stop the tribe before they get to him. To be honest, the opening was good yet dark, and there are some callbacks to the Sonic the Hedgehog video game. Like the whole planet looks like the levels on the Sonic the Hedgehog movie on the Sega Genesis, which is pretty cool. And even when he goes past the bridge collapse, which is again a callback to something in the Sonic the Hedgehog games. And so now Sonic's stuck on Earth, and time flies. 20 or 10 or 30 years later, he's living on Earth. He's reading Flash comics. He's running around. He's in a typical town which has very dumb characters that are very pointless, and we don't really need to know them. except for there's this crazy hunter who hunts down Sonic, and they do. For some reason, they made the joke of like adding in the Sonic meme, like the poorly drawn Sonic meme. I don't know where that came from, but I saw it once in a video. I was just like, oh wow, look, it's that dumb drawing. Gee. Sad thing is that the drawing looks more real than the actual design of Sonic. Yeah. And it stars and our character, and our, I guess, main character, co-star, is Sheriff whatever dumb name. And he's got a girlfriend, and they want to get out of this dumb town and get to the big city. Gee, that sounds like every typical 90s movie. Get out of this dumb, boring, lame, small town to the big city. And the guy gets the job, and yet... Come on, I don't really have to explain the plot. By the end of the movie, he's gonna, like, reject, like, the entire, like, job and decide, I want to stay in this little town because this is where they actually need me. This movie's dumb. Hilariously dumb, but it's dumb. I found myself not caring about it except for when Jim Carrey showed up, because he's the only actual funny part in this movie. He is almost robotic in this movie. He even, like, points out he somehow in the scene breaks the fourth wall. And it's good to see Jim Carrey again, especially in this movie, because he's the only one that's saving it. He even has a part, like, where he's dancing and he's, like, scanning a piece of, like, Sonic's DNA. Folds out his coat, and it looks like the original drawing of Robotnik from the Sonic the Hedgehog games. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And I love that, like, when... I'm not going to explain the plot anymore, because I really do not like explain the plot, because just watch one bad 90s movie. Please, people, watch one bad 90s movie, and you'll immediately know what I'm talking about, this movie. And... it's a road trip from dumb whatever Texas, Alabama, or some stupid, like, country town to San Francisco. Jeez, wow. And the reason why they have to go to San Francisco is because Sonic lost, like, all his rings, basically, that open portals. It's really, it's cool. And I bet a lot of people edited the movie to make it look like that he was joining the Avengers Endgame battle or something. And another funny thing, like another callback, is that, like, when he loses all his rings, they fall on the ground. Just like what happens when he gets hit by an enemy in the game. So, yeah, the only good character in this movie is Robotnik, because it's played by Jim Carrey, and Jim Carrey's God, and he's funny. And the movie is just fun to make fun of, because, again, I know it's for little kids, but little kid movies have the dumbest plots. Like, I remember when I was growing up, I watched, like, Batman Return of the Joker, and that was a dark movie, and I actually liked it. And a lot of people will probably say what movies back then for us weren't that good. I mean, do you remember Cars? Cars was a good movie. What about Planes? Planes sucked, because it was a ripoff of Cars. But even back then, we had movies that were actually good and TV shows that were actually good. This movie is a cash grab, basically, to me. And the funniest part to me is that I think it'll have a sequel. Want to know why they'll think they'll have a sequel? Because they tease Tails at the end of the movie. Ooh, Tails. Wonder what's going to happen with him. He shows up and he says, finally, I found him. Now he's going to help us. Probably because Robotnik's either on Sonic's world or Knuckles is taken over. Or some stupid plot. Or it's Shadow. And to be honest, if the movie does get a sequel, I'll see it, but I'm really not going to go crazy and be like, oh my god, it's a sequel! Oh my god! I didn't see, like, and I didn't see like what the numbers were for the movie, but I'm pretty sure that they weren't that good. Because I don't know. I'm just sure it wasn't that. It didn't get that much of a budget. But if it does get or like money, but if it does get a sequel, okay, it shows that you can actually make a video game movie and get a sequel. Because back then in the 90s, like example, when a Mario Brothers movie, yes, there was a Super Mario Brothers movie that was live action. At the end, it teased some Super Mario villain. I'm sure I got it wrong. And guess what happened? Never got a sequel. So if this movie gets a sequel, it'll show that it's better than Mario, a sad way of making movies, and that's able to get a sequel. Yeah. I don't know what else to say about the movie except it's fun to watch if you just if you just are bored and you just want to watch like a stupid movie and make fun of it. And well, I do have to say the new Sonic design is okay except like I don't know. Why not just make it animated? Because there was an animated Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and they should have just made it animated. Because I'm sure that would have like made it look better. But if they did animate, it beat CGI like the one on Cartoon Network. So yeah, that's my review of Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Sorry I didn't like review the entire plot, but really, it's a 90s movie wrapped in a 2000s movie. I'm not gonna tell you the plot. If you want to watch the movie yourself, I only gave you little bits and tips or whatever on the movie. So enjoy watching the dumbest, weirdest, and kind of fun to make fun of movie of 2019 or 2020. And I just gotta say, I'm sure there's a cut of the entire movie with the original Sonic Hedgehog design, like from the trailer. I hope someday they will release it. Actually, you know what? If I take a while to upload videos over the weeks, that's because I'm also not looking for the keywords, because I'm also going to be looking for that cut. Because the world needs to know what it would look like. Yeah, so there's my review. Sorry I didn't do that much, but you know, what'd you expect? I'm lazy. I don't really like going into detail sometimes. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. And, new video might come out tomorrow, but thanks for watching.